Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to do a casual get ready with me as well as reviewing the Sugar Rush Sweet Slice palette. So if you want to see how this palette works and just get ready with me, then just keep watching. I know this is a little casual setup. You're actually at my vanity, so this isn't as pretty, you know, who cares? It's casual. So I've already put on moisturizer earlier, so I'm just gonna add some Smashbox Primer Oil. And I've been breaking out so much, like it's a lot for me. I know compared to other people it's not a lot, but for me it is. I have one here, two right next to each other, a little bit over here, but annoying. So I'm going to just do like a casual soft look today. This palette, let me show it to you now if I can get it open. It's so cute. It's in the shape of a watermelon. This is by the brand Sugar Rush, which is a sister brand of Tarte. So they're coming out with a lot of sister brands. See, what does it say? It's a eye and cheek palette. Anything else on here? Cruelty free. I mean, there's not much to say. So let's, does it say how many? The net weight is 1 gram. So you have a mirror. You can see if you can see. You have a mirror, and then you have all of these. So you have a blush and then 7 eyeshadows. So they're pretty, as you can see, very, very neutral. So we'll stick with the neutral family today, obviously. This to me so far just looks like a great everyday casual color scheme. Oh, it retails for, I got mine at Ulta, and it retailed for $25. Okay, let's move on. So I recently did a video reviewing the Pure 4-in-1 Love Your Selfie Foundation and Concealer, so if you want to see that, I'll link it up here. But with this, I've figured out you have to have something hydrating and then also something pore filling. So this is the No Pore Blamo by Touch and Soul. I'm just going to take a little bit and take it in these areas. Alright, let's move on to the foundation. I am in the shade LN2. Put this on the back of my hand. It is fairly thick. I don't know why I'm reviewing this. I've already reviewed it. Okay, let's just... And this is the Morphe something sponge. It's a sponge. We are going house shopping today. Did I say that already? I don't pay attention when I talk, apparently. For powder, I'm going to use a Jeffree Star Cosmetics in the shade Translucent. Open. So I have been using this as the concealer as well every time I've used it, but I think I'm going to switch it up and try to use a different color or a different concealer. I don't know if this will work, but we'll try it. I'm going to go in with the Jeffree Star concealer in the shade C6. If this is light enough. I don't know if it will be. Nope. Alright, well, let's match it and then grab something else. We're going to mix in the e.l.f. 16-hour Camo concealer in the shade Fair Warm, which is too light. Alright. See? Too light. I might put a little too much. It's fine. Oops. I forgot this concealer goes a long way. The e.l.f. one. Oh, I forget brushes. So this one that I was using is the Morphe M438. Now to set the rest of my face, same powder, but I'll use the Morphe E41 brush. I'm just going to put some chapstick on, or some lip balm in the middle. There, very dry. See how bad my nose is? I need to learn to exfoliate better. Or just not be so lazy. Probably that one. For bronzer, I'm just going to go in with my favorite that I pretty much use daily. So Maybelline City Bronzer in the shade 100. And I'm just going to use my Real Techniques brush. This is 300. Don't think they sell this anymore. Now we're gonna go in with the, what is it called again? Sweet Slice palette, because it has a blush shade in here. Ooh, it's called Slice Slice Baby. It's like a mostly orange coral shade. So we're gonna go in with that. And I'm gonna take a Morphe M530 brush. And, ooh. See, this is when I'm okay with blushes is when they're more orangey coral. Pretty. Okay, I'm going to veil and clean this up a little bit around the top parts, and I don't like it when it comes too far in here. So this is a Sonia Kashuk Tapered finishing brush, and then the ColourPop No Filter Sheer Pressed Powder and the shade Fair. I'm just going to use that and pat it here and on top. Just kind of calm it down a little, clean it up. Good enough. Now I am going to go back in with the Jeffree Star powder, take my sponge and bake down here. I've noticed this has helped a lot with making my foundation stay, because I tend to touch this spot a lot. But this is the only place I bake because I'm dry, but I'm not dry right here. I'm just kind of normal right there. And then I do a little on my chin. My chin I am dry, but I'm dry right in the crease, so I just avoid that area and get the bottom half. And I don't put too much. See, that's enough. Okay, I'm gonna go into the BH Cosmetics Blushing in Bali palette and take a mixture of Glisten and Sunkissed for the highlighter. And my brush is Morphe M510. Okay, now I'm gonna go into Anastasia Dewy Set Spray, get the product on my brush, and then spray it. I'm gonna go in with a little bit of the Too Faced Blinded by the Light highlighter, because I didn't realize how pasty my skin was with that foundation, and so you can see the cast really well. I'm gonna try to lighten it up a little bit. We're gonna try to veil the edges a little bit. Hope some. Alright. Good enough. Move on to brows. I think I'm gonna be very simple with the brows. I have decent brow hair, so I'm just gonna put a gel in it. So this is the Anastasia Brow Gel in Taupe. Okay. Now let's dust off this bake. I personally don't like this like stark white, so I go back in with my bronzer brush with nothing on it and just kind of fluff it around, just so it kind of makes it less like bright intense and not as, but it still has the line. Okay, let's set my face before we move on to eyes. So I'm gonna use the Morphe Continuous Setting Spray. Okay, let's jump into the palette now. Ooh, look at that color. That is their Sweet color. That's pretty. It's like really orangey. Let's see what Picnic looks like. Is it shimmery? Not really. It looks like it's just slightly shimmery. Oh, okay. It's easily messable. This is plastic, so it's kind of staining it immediately. That one is Juicy. So we have Juicy, Sweet, Picnic, and let's put Just Chillin'. So Picnic and Just Chillin' are like mattes, slightly like satin, honestly. And then Sweet and Juicy are more the shimmery metallic. We're gonna go in with the shade Just Right. We're gonna use that for our beginning transition crease shade. Oh. Let me zoom in. So far it's blending really nicely. I like the size of the mirror. Oh, this is a Morphe X Jaclyn Hill JH30 brush. Okay, so I just swatched the shade Flip Flop, and in the palette it looks like a cool tone brown, right? But on my fingers, it looks like a dusty pink. Is that just me? Okay, well, let's go in with that shade on our eyes. So we're gonna take a smaller brush, if I can find one. Sure. We're gonna go in with the Morphe M573, and we'll take the shade Flip Flops and put it in the crease as well, just slightly lower to deepen it. I'm so confused. In the palette, it literally looks like a cool tone brown. I'm wondering if it's because it's next to a deep brown. But no, it's like a dusty pink, even on the eye. Okay, I'm going to go back in with the first brush. No extra product, just to blend it all together. I hate it. This eye does not like to blend as well as the other eye. Let's go in with the shade Sweet, which is that middle shade. Let's do this. So this is the MAC 242 brush. So I'm going to attempt this dry, but most likely we'll have to wet it. So let's just do it dry first. Yep, no point. All right. I'm going to take the Anastasia Dewy Set Spray and spray my brush. Or my hand, you know, whichever works best. I don't know if it's going to pick up on shade, but it does have a like slight gold reflex in it. Okay, I'm going to go back in with the brush that had Flip Flops on it just to kind of blend everything together. I was going to leave it basic like this, but I think I'm just going to add a little bit of definition. So let's find a really small brush. Okay, we're going to go in with the Morphe M506 brush, which is a pretty much an exact dupe for the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill JH40 brush. And we're going to take the shade 2 Scoops, which is this chocolate shade, and just add a little bit to the outer V just to deepen it a little bit, but I don't want to really take away from the color that's already there. Just add a little dimension. Very slight amount. And we're going to go back in with the shade or the brush that had Flip Flops and buff that out. And then we're going to go back in with the original brush and just blend it out a little more. There we go. See the difference? Not much, but it makes a difference. Okay, so now let's do the lower lash line. I'm going to take the shade Flip Flop with this is the Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH39 brush. It's just more compact and dense. And I'm going to take that right along the lash line on the outer edge. Then I'm going to go in with the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill JH40, which like I said is the dupe or the same one of the M506. And I'm going to take the shade Just Right and blend out the bottom. And this shade I will drag all the way into the inner corner. We're going to try to use Just Chillin', which is like the stark white shade almost, as a inner corner highlight and a brow bone highlight. Let's wet it. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and finish doing my lashes and lips off camera, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so this is the final look. Mascara is Too Faced Better Than Sex, and lips is Charlotte Tilbury in the shade 1995. So yeah, overall, I think this is a really nice palette for if you're wanting like more everyday looks. It's very neutral. It's very, I say, makeup enthusiast who doesn't have time. This is a great palette for you, or just an everyday person who just literally wants their basics and that's it. I think this is a really good palette. It blended really nicely. yeah, I can't complain. And I think it's a decent price for $25. So that is all I have for this video. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next one.